Welcome back to the Deep Dive. Today, we are setting our GPS for the Aegean Sea, specifically to an island that has, well, quietly been shaping Western civilization for millennia. We're talking about Kos.
And while Kos is often just advertised on billboards as another gorgeous resort, the kind of place you switch off your brain, it holds a historical weight that is, frankly, astounding.
Exactly. I mean, it's the second most popular island in the Dodecanese. It gets almost 1 million tourists a year.
It does.
But we want to look past the beaches. This island has a 5,000-year timeline. We're talking Romans, Venetians, the Knights Hospitallers, the Ottomans.
It's often called the floating garden of the Aegean.
Yeah.
But our mission today is really to connect the DNA of, well, modern medicine and even architecture back to this single patch of land.
And when you say the DNA of modern culture, you have to start with healing. Kos is the undisputed home of Hippocrates,
The father of modern medicine. This is where it all began.
So where do we start?
We have to start at the Asclepion. This was a massive healing center dedicated to the demigod Asclepius.
Asclepius. He was the son of Apollo, right?
He was. And in the myths, he was a physician so skilled he could supposedly raise the dead, which Zeus was not a fan of, as you can imagine.
A bit disruptive. So what was it actually like for a patient there? We think of ancient medicine as being so basic.
It was far more advanced and, well, holistic than we assume. To even start the healing process, you had to go through a strict multi-day purification phase. It was called catharsis.
Catharsis, like cleansing.
Exactly. But this was serious. We're talking rigorous cleansing baths, specific diets, even ritual purgations. The belief was you couldn't heal the body without first cleansing the spirit.
Okay, so the spiritual cleansing was mandatory before any physical treatment.
Because the treatment itself was essentially psychological. The core of it was a practice called incubatio.
Incubatio.
It means temple sleep. Patients would literally sleep in a sacred chamber called the abaton, expecting Asclepius or his children to visit them in a dream and prescribe the cure.
So the prescription was a dream, not a pill.
Precisely. The patient wakes up, tells their dream to a priest, and the priest interprets the symbols into a course of action. Maybe a special bath or an herb or some exercise.
It's amazing to think that Hippocrates himself trained at an Asclepion on Kos.
And the symbol of medicine today? The staff with the snake wrapped around it.
The rod of Asclepius.
Right from here. Rooted in a temple where healing began with purifying your spirit.
That's a profound connection. And the history doesn't stop there. Let's jump forward a couple thousand years, right into modern Kos town.
Because the next historical layer is literally built on top of the first.
You're talking about the Castle of the Knights.
Neuratia's castle, yes. An iconic 14th century fortress built by the Knights Hospitallers. It took them nearly 80 years to finish it, completing it in 1514.
And this is where the story gets really interesting. They didn't just build it from scratch, did they?
Not at all. The Knights were extremely pragmatic. They literally recycled the architecture. They used huge carved stones, columns, you name it, from the ancient city of Kos.
And from the Asclepion.
Yes, significantly from the Asclepion. You can walk along the castle walls today and see pieces of ancient temples holding up a medieval fortress.
Wow. So the birthplace of Western medicine was physically dismantled to build a crusader castle.
It really was. The castle's job was to protect the sea passage to the Holy Land. And the bridge you walk over to get to it connects right to the square of Hippocrates' plane tree, where legend says he taught. You just can't escape the history.
And some of the best sites are just open, free to see.
Absolutely. The ancient Agora is right there in town. It was the heart of public life. You can just wander through the ruins. And don't miss the Roman Odeon, a beautiful assembly building from the 2nd or 3rd century AD. No ticket needed.
It sounds like a 5-minute walk through 2,000 years of history. But let's shift gears. Most people coming today want sun and beaches.
And Kos definitely delivers on that. It's earned the nickname the Cycling Island.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's a great 13-kilometer cycling road right along the coast from Pharos to Salidi Beach. It's flat, easy, perfect for a sunset ride.
And the beaches themselves, what are they like?
Mostly sandy, with that crystal blue water you see in pictures. You got organized spots like Cardamina and Kephalos, and Mastahari is famous for windsurfing.
Are there any unique spots, something a little different?
2 really stand out. First, you have to do the swim to Kastri Island.
You swim to it?
Yep, from Agio Stefanos Beach. It's an easy, maybe 10-minute swim out to this tiny islet with a beautiful blue and white church on top. It's a real must-do.
Okay, that sounds incredible. What's the second one?
The second one is Thermes Beach. It's a cove with black pebbles and supposedly hot water from a spring. but let's put a pin in that one. It comes with a big warning later on.
Noted. Let's tackle the other big debate. The nightlife. I see such conflicting reports online. Is it a party island or not?
The reality is, it depends where you are. Well, downtown, coast town, especially near the port, one traveler called it ridiculously lively and noisy.
And then there's Cartagena.
Cartagena is where you get the really strong opinions. Some say it's a pretty village with friendly locals. Others complain it's just full of drunk, out-of-control young tourists.
So it really is a tale of two towns.
It is. But if you want nightlife, those are your two spots. Clubs are open until the early hours. They have big DJ festivals, full moon parties. They know their audience.
That sets the scene perfectly. So for anyone listening who wants to actually go and explore, let's get into the practical wisdom. Getting around.
This is probably the most important tip. You have to rent a car, an ATV, or a motorbike. The bus system is just too slow and inconvenient to really explore.
And for our listeners in North America, there's a catch, isn't there?
A huge one. If you're American or Canadian and you want a scooter or ATV, you need an international driver's permit. Your standard license often won't be accepted. Don't show up without one.
That could ruin a trip. What about cars?
If you need an automatic, book it way in advance. They're rare, and the price difference is massive. You could pay 60 euros a day for an automatic when a manual car might only be 16.
That's a huge premium.
Okay, let's talk about the reward for all that planning. The food.
The food is a definite highlight. It's a mix of Greek and Turkish influence. You have to try some of the local specialties, like picturesque. It's a type of lasagna, but it's boiled in a rich meat broth. Also look for posia cheese, which is aged in wine sediment, and stuffed zucchini flowers.
And for that perfect sunset dinner,
Zia Village. It is the spot for sunset. And within Zia, you need to book a table at a Ramadan restaurant. People say it's some of the best food in all of Greece and surprisingly affordable.
But I'm guessing there's a catch.
You must reserve days in advance, especially if you want a balcony seat for that view.
Good to know. Okay, let's end with some tough love. The anti-recommendations. What should people avoid?
Our sources were very clear on two things. First, Therma Beach Hot Springs.
The one we put a pin in.
Right. Don't waste your time. The springs are tiny, they're super crowded, and the water is only lukewarm at best. It's just not worth the detour.
Okay, skip the lukewarm bath. What's number 2? The village of Antimachia. It's often billed as a charming village, but travelers found it felt, abandoned and disappointing. Not worth the drive.
This has been an incredible deep dive. We started at the Aegean with its spiritual catharsis and dream therapy, tracked history through a medieval castle built with ancient stones, and ended with the modern vibe of the island.
What really stands out is that foundational idea of healing. Kossos was home to a system where mind and spirit had to be right before the body could heal. The staff of Asclepius is a global symbol now.
So it raises a question.
It does. A question for you, the listener, to think about. If ancient medicine on Kos demanded this deep psychological work, this catharsis, what aspects of that holistic approach, that integration of spirit, mind, and body, do you think are most missing from our modern medicine today?
A question that connects 5,000 years of history, something to mull over as you explore the connections between your own health and that beautiful, layered island.